Hey guys, Clint here again, former cop talking about cop stuff and whatever I feel like talking about. How you doing today? That's good. Good to hear. I want to show you this video. It happened September 2020 in Elk Grove. I'll set it up for you. Police officer. She's trying to locate vehicles that are blowing by stop signs. Obviously, because the community or that neighborhood has complained that everybody's blowing this four-way stop, if it's a four-way stop. But what you'll see is this vehicle blow a stop sign. And the driver makes it home. It's a young 16-year-old boy. He makes it home. He doesn't pull over on the right-hand side. He pulls over on the left-hand side. The cop tries to give him direction over the loudspeaker. Doesn't really work out. The mom of the driver runs out of her house, obviously to discipline her boy, right? To give her boy crap. Don't say crap. To give her boy shit. Because he just ran a stop sign and got pulled over by police, and she's probably going to have to pay for the ticket. So she's angry, right? She's angry at him, right? Watch the video.
Do not pull over on the wrong side of the road. Pull to your right. Pull to your right. Pull your vehicle to the right side of the road.
Pull to your right. Lord. Hey, do not get out of the car.
What?
Don't get out of the car.
Sure the cameras is on.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, we are.
It's an officer
Who's
safety
in our
thing.
driveway?
It's an officer safety thing, okay? So driver's license and insurance. Go ahead and close the door for me, please.
Police don't like it when you get out of the vehicle. Everybody knows that. Don't get out of the vehicle. We don't have control of you. But they're already out of the vehicle. She does it. The cop does a good job. She's not going to enforce it. She's not going to make a big... She doesn't feel the risk is there. Okay? Does that make sense? Fuck. It's funny when you retire, you forget the lingo, the terminology. Risk assessment. She figures, okay, I'm not going to make the situation any worse than it already is. They can stay out of the vehicle. So good job. I like that. Good job. Common sense.
It's my son's safety. You got enough safety gear.
Okay.
You the one with the guns and stuff.
Well, I have no idea if you have guns and stuff, too.
Oh,
So the reason I pulled you over, sir, is because you ran the stop sign back there, okay?
Sure.
All right.
side of the court. They like to kill people, but not my son.
They like to kill people. Oh, she's not mad at her son. She's mad at the cop. Of course. Why is she mad at the cop right now? Who knows? Fruitcake.
Ma'am, can you step up front, please?
No, this is my property.
You're actually on the sidewalk, so that's perfectly fine. Sir, can you come on back here,
No,
please?
he cannot. No, he cannot. Give him his ticket. Give him the ticket.
Right now, she's obstructing the police officer. But she has common sense. She's going to let this happen. Because it's the risk, the outcome is just not worth it for her. He is detained. The driver's detained. She's trying to do her proper procedures, talking to the driver, issuing the driver a ticket, getting the driver to sign for the ticket. Mom's not going to have any of it. Something that could have took minutes is going to take 40 minutes. You're only going to see a few minutes of it, though. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
You're on probation or parole or anything?
No,
like that,
he's
sir?
not.
I'm talking to him. Are you on
no,
probation
I'm
or parole or
answering
anything
for
like that?
him. No, he's not. Give him his ticket.
I can speak to him, ma'am.
No,
Are you on probation or
Tell
parole?
her you refuse to talk to her. Give her your ticket.
I refuse to talk to you.
Okay, I need to know if you're on probation or
No,
parole.
you
That's
don't.
the only question.
You have the driver's
If
license.
he's
Go
on
do your
probation,
job
he
and
needs
run
to
it.
answer me if he's on probation
He's
or
not.
parole.
He's
I
not.
have the
So he don't
ability
have to answer you.
I have the ability to identify him.
You have his driver's
You
license.
have his identification.
You can see where this is going, right? Could you imagine this kid ever getting pulled over by police in the future? how he's going to react now with parents like that? Bad parenting. Here we go. You can't do that. You can't do this. Oh, my God. What for? Cop hasn't done anything wrong.
Skylee, go get my phone. You have his ID. Go run it. You got your phone on you?
I'm recording right here, and you're welcome to request it.
No, we're gonna record. Hurry up. You have his ID. Go run it. He don't have to answer any questions. Give him his ticket.
I asked myself while I was watching this, just kind of interesting. What happens if she takes off inside with her son, grabs onto her son, and they go walk off into the house? He's detained. He's not allowed to leave. What do you do? What does that police officer do? You let them go. That's how it is now. That's how it is now, guys. Yet it's not worth it. You let them go into the house. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you issue the ticket another day because it's just not worth the consequence. Police are devils. Police are racists. This is another result of how people treat police now. And the cop hasn't done anything wrong.
Not today. Not my son.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch. He's not going to be another hashtag, guys. Do you understand?
You could go give him his ticket. He's not answering any of your questions.
That's fine.
Give him your ticket. This officer is right here harassing my son. She already has his driver's license, registration, and car insurance in her hand. She's asking if he's on parole or probation, and he has to answer her. He said, no, he's not on parole or probation. I said, go give him the ticket, and she will not. She's just standing there. What are you waiting for, ma'am?
Last time I'm going to interrupt, okay? She's waiting for her partner. Of course she is. She's got no choice. She's not going to let this go smoothly. So as a police officer, you want more members there. More members, more eyes. You don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm going to interrupt one more time.
What are you waiting for, ma'am?
I'm waiting for my partner, ma'am.
For what? For a traffic violation?
Traffic stops are one of the most dangerous things you
Okay,
can
but
do.
you're making this dangerous. You're escalating it. Go give my son his ticket.
No, you're mommy, you're escalating the situation. You know you are, you drama queen. Did I just say drama queen?
Son his ticket.
I will
And we will take care of this in court. You will not be the judge and executioner on this property right here.
I'm on the sidewalk.
You will
ma'am.
not. Go give my son his ticket. You have
I
his
will in due
ID.
time.
You can easily run his ID and see if he's on probation or parole.
You're correct.
Not this child.
You're correct.
Then go do your job. Why
I'm
are you
doing
standing there?
my job
Why
standing
and why
right
are you holding on to your gun? Why?
My hand is not on my gun.
Your hand is on your
It's
Your
on my
hand
belt.
is on your gun. Go
Okay.
run his
Do you
ID.
understand how violent you're being right now?
I'm being violent?
It's
You're
a
being
result.
verbally aggressive, yes.
No, I'm not being verbally aggressive. You will not change this up. You will not create the narrative here that we've been seeing on the news. If he ran a stop sign, that's what you're saying, we will happily take the ticket.
Okay.
But I will not allow my son to stand here in front of you with your hand on your gun. That will not happen.
Well, he can't. He's not free to leave, so he's going to stand right there.
He's not leaving. He was
He's not
standing
leaving. He's standing
You
right
just
here.
told me that you weren't
My
gonna let
son
him
is
to
not
stand here.
leaving. No, he's standing on our property line. We own this house.
And that's
he's
exactly
standing
where I
on
want him.
our property line. You said he ran a stop sign, right?
That is correct.
Go give him the ticket.
I will in
And then
due time.
you can leave
I will in due time.
in due time. You guys, she done called for backup and everything. Y'all share this video because my son will not be the next hashtag. Not gonna happen. If you're not gonna give him the ticket, we're not gonna stay out here.
I am absolutely going to give him a ticket.
Then go give him the ticket.
He is detained right now. You're free to leave.
No, I'm not leaving my son in
Okay.
your hands with
That's
your
fine.
hand on your gun.
He's not free to leave. You are.
You are free to go give him a ticket. If
I
he
will.
ran a stop sign, it's no point for this.
You're correct.
You
There is
have
no
his
point.
driver's license, registration, and insurance in your hand. You just looked at it. You're trying to question if he's on probation or parole because he's a black man?
I ask everybody that question, ma'am.
You can run his name and go give him his ticket.
I will.
But you're not. You're not. You said
saying we're free to leave. We on our property.
You free to leave off our property, because if you slip and fall on this property, guess who's liable? It's us liable. So you're not gonna give him the ticket?
I'm waiting for my partner, as I told you.
No, we're giving you reasonable enough time
And that is a
to
reasonable
identify him.
That is a reasonable amount of time.
Don't fold our paperwork. Please don't damage our paperwork. We're giving you a reasonable enough time to identify him. Look, y'all, she got his license right there.
And again,
Got his license right there and still got to hold on to her gun. Got his license right there, but she still want to ask to identify him. Tanea, she's calling for backup. She calling for backup for whatever reason. Like, he literally got pulled over when we came outside. How long do you plan on just sitting here staring when you could go give him the ticket?
Had he stayed in his car and you not come out, we probably would have been done by now.
No, you probably wouldn't, because I heard you on the radio yelling at him. I heard you on the radio yelling and screaming. That's why we stepped outside. I heard you. My son will not be victim to you guys. I'm sorry. It will not happen ever on my watch. Ever.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Go give him the ticket. And look, you got 5 minutes to go give him the ticket, or else we're going inside.
He is detained.
No,
you are welcome to go
If you're
inside.
not going to identify him, give him the ticket, we're going to go inside.
You can go inside. He's detained. He cannot leave this premise.
I'm
right
trying.
here.
He's not leaving. This
No,
is all ours.
He cannot leave where he is standing.
This is all
right
our
now.
property.
I
He is
understand
not leaving.
You're correct. He is not leaving.
No, because he's at home. He's not leaving. You are the one that's going to leave. Look, you're blocking traffic. You parked right in the middle of the intersection.
Oh my God, the cop called her violent. She didn't say it perfectly right. The media was all over that part. She meant you're being verbally aggressive. That's what she meant. Okay? So get off it, media. They're not perfect human beings. Sometimes they slip up on the words they use. Don't you love it when people try to tell police officers what they're allowed to do and not allowed to do? This is just... Police guys are exempt to do certain things. One of them, you don't have to wear a seatbelt. You believe that? You're allowed to talk on the phone too, while you're driving. You're allowed to speed. You're allowed to have lights on top of your car, and a siren. You're allowed to be really, really loud.
Right in the middle of the intersection.
It's actually not an intersection, it's a street.
So you want to be a smartass?
Yeah, she does. Absolutely. I love being a smartass when I could. When you get ramsacked like that, and verbally... it just drives you kind of crazy to stand there and you listen to it. You pick the opportunity where you could be a smartass every single time. That was the great part about the job. The customer wasn't always right. That's what I like being a cop. So you're going to be a smartass now? Yeah, I am. Yeah. No, it's not. We're not at an intersection, ma'am. We're just on a street, okay?
So you want to be a smartass? Tanea, it's hard to calm down when I got a black son with the cop right here with her hand on her gun.
I've never said that I got a white son. Oh, fuck it.
We're in Elk Grove, California, in front of our own house. This our house. She said she not leaving. He is detained. She think he on probation or parole because he's another black man. Why don't you Google who he is?
Because for your information, we not all on probation or parole.
Right.
Never been on it.
So are you going to give him the ticket? How long we been out here now? 10 minutes? Because Jessica, she said he ran a stop sign, but she kept on questioning if he's on probation or parole. He said no. She refuses to run his information to give him the ticket. So now she's just standing here. She done called for backup. And you see, this is what I tell you about white people. Don't trust them. And it's a damn shame that we can't trust the police. That's Brooke Scally calling. She probably scared. She's scared to take her hand off her gun. No, he looked like he on probation or parole because he a fucking black man. And my husband is recording it. We all out here, not on our watch.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I can watch anymore. Those are fucking... Could you imagine having that as a mom? Amping it up, eh? As Greg Fergus would say, amping up the situation. This is lunatic behavior that is happening all over the world now. Oh.
Be in the house and she's scared. They think they gonna kill my baby? Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Over an alleged.
Oh, right. Over alleged ran a stop sign right there, and she pulled him over, and he was pulling in the driveway. No, because you're not racist. That's why, Rochelle. That's why you don't think that they all think like that. Because you're not racist. So it's a difference. But just to update you guys, this officer is holding us up. We in front of our house right here, in front of our house, pulled over my black son, yelling, "Are you on probation or parole?" He ran a stop sign, but yet she is refusing to give him a ticket, but he is detained, and she's just standing there. She don't know who she messing with. And they have the nerve to have on a Blue Lives Matter mask. Have the nerve to have on a Blue Lives Matter mask. Y'all please watch this, because she is refusing to give my son a ticket and has her hand on her gun.
What's wrong with you do?
Give him the ticket. My son would not be another one of y'all hashtags. Y'all, I've been in the bed all day with Icy Hot, Flexeril, Motrin. My back went out on me, and now I'm dealing with this.
Shit. Her back went... I wonder... Why would her back just go out on her?
What was your EQ?
She said he ran the stop sign, but she won't give him the ticket because she thinks he's on probation or parole, but she won't run his license. Give him the ticket. We'll fight this in court. It's not even an issue about the stop sign. We will literally fight this in court.
You're not gonna win.
She says that I'm escalating it. She's escalating it. That's exactly what I said. Thank you, Rochelle, for the share.
Get her tattoos on her hands. See how she's trying to cover them up.
My God, he spoke. I thought he was a mute. Fuck. I feel bad for Dad. Do you not feel bad for Dad having to live with her? No wonder he smokes. He ain't quitting. He ain't ever quitting.
Civil servant. Can you contact your supervisor?
I can.
When?
If you'd like, I can have him come now.
Yeah, have him come now because we don't appreciate this.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now as a supervisor, I would have been like, oh, no. I do not want to go down there. I don't even know why it's necessary the supervisor has to go to this call. I would have said to my member, you offered my presence?
Can you take care of that? I do not want her close to my son.
She's an officer now. She wrote the ticket. She's going to present the ticket.
Here's your items back. Alright, I need you to sign a citation, please.
Have your son go and sign it.
Get your right hand.
Why are you holding this up?
I know why.
You don't want me on your property, remember?
That's not my property.
Sign right here, not admitting guilt, stating you have to get taken care of by 12/14 of
Y'all took
20.
all these officers over here just to get a ticket. Go in the house that way.
I gotta give him his citation, please.
I'll take it.
Okay, I do have to give it to him.
Tobias, take the citation. If you could please dismiss yourself from my property, Officer Johnson. Walk in that way and walk in the house and check on your sister.
Okay, so the way this all went down is I was doing a stop sign over there.
I'm trying to hear what they saying.
Initiated a stop sign violation. He pulled to the right. I PA'd for him, or pulled to the left. I PA'd for him to pull to the right. He refused to, and then he hopped out of the car when these two came out. So I was basically like, I'm over number.
So who's the driver?
He just stepped inside. He signed a citation.
Okay.
yours.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing for?
So the problem is the behavior of your officer. Officer Johnson, badge number 297. And this is Jacobo, badge number 147, you guys. When my son was pulled over, I told him to get his driver's license, registration, and insurance. He has never been pulled over before, never had an interaction with the officer.
Okay.
He got up the car and asked me, was this it? She was still with her flashing lights because we didn't know if it was him being pulled over, but I was like, I think that's him. So that is you. So he said, is this it? She started yelling, are you on probation or parole? Get back in the car. And
What?
I'm like, whoa, she's coming over aggressively with her hand on her gun. I put my son behind me. And I said, what is he getting pulled over before? He has to answer my question. Asked it 3 more times, is he on probation or parole? He said no. We all said no. Why would you think he's on probation and parole? At this time, she has his ID, his registration, and his insurance, and she stood right there where this officer is, and actually, she was actually acting like a servant of the community, where this officer was, and she had a staring contest for about 10 to 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah, because this cop wants to stand here and do a standoff and not just give my son a ticket. Yeah, I see her tattoos. And she covering them up with the Blue Lives Matter. I see all of that. She won't write his name, nothing. And we said, well, if he ran the stop sign, give him the ticket. We'll take care of this in court. She refused to give us the ticket. She said her life is being threatened right now.
What?
Tried to use the different type of verbiage that you guys use in the police reports to add extra charges, saying that I'm verbally attacking her. Not once did I say anything offensive. The only thing that I ever demanded for was for her to give him the speeding ticket and for her to get her hand off her gun, because she's the only one out here with the weapon. And yet, she is still the only one out here with the weapon.
What?
In this city for a long time, I have never seen this many cars come. I have never seen one of your officers act in this type of demeanor that she has acted in. And then she was being aggressive with my son. And
What?
she refused to give him the ticket. And that's all we asked for. She said he's being detained. I said, you have about 5 more minutes. Look at the air quality out here. It's hot. I'm sick. I shouldn't even be outside. And she's making a standoff over a stop sign because she thinks he's on parole or probation. And she refused, as one of your officers says, the protocol is for her to run the information. She didn't even call in his name. She didn't call. She called for backup.
Right.
She could have seen that my son is an honor student, 19 years old at Sacramento State in a master's program. And that's what I was upset about, because she should have just gave it to me. What if I wasn't here? She's aggressive. She's trigger happy. She's ready to snap the button off of her gun.
What?
To try to hurt my son. I don't appreciate that, and I would like to file a formal complaint against her.
So, do you have any questions about the traffic stop or any of that?
Her actions.
Okay.
We can deal with
You
the traffic.
guys can.
We can deal with the traffic stop in court. That's what we told her. We would deal with that in court. But you would not sit up here and hold her.
So we-
Behind the car.
See how people exaggerate? It's funny. Supervisor comes. She says about 5 lies. Bunch of exaggerations. Let's talk about the hand on the gun, guys. Let's talk about her hands on the gun.
Any of your questions? Give him your ticket. This officer is right here harassing my son. Then go do your job. Why are you standing there? Why are you holding on to your gun? Why? Your hand is on your gun. Go run.
That's how cops stand. That's how cops stand. I used to have a little nub, a little fishtail on the end of my gun, butt end, and I used to rest my thumb right here on it. That's how I stood when I went to calls. Some members, they use it as an arm rest. That's how cops stand. There was no hand on the gun. That's how you stand. Oh, this is so goofy. And can you blame them? They're in America? What's wrong with having your... I think if I worked in America, I'd have my hand on my gun all the time. Or maybe I'd even have my gun out. Go get a Starbucks coffee with my gun out. Medium, 4 sugar, with a cookie. I'd be at the low ready position all the time. Going into Quality Foods to buy some milk after shift. Pumping gas. Well, that'd be one hand. Low ready all the time. You can't mess around down there. You can't mess around down there. Or I'd have the carbine. Carbine wrapped around my body every single time I got out of the patrol car. And how many cops? I don't know, 4, 5. Bunch of cop cars. Took about an hour. This went on forever, guys. I edited it. Took forever. How much money that? All because of her behavior. This is not even interesting. This is just, this is how the world is now. This is how police are treated. And what did she say again? What'd she say?
And you see, this is what I tell you about white people. Don't trust them.
This is what I tell you about white people. Don't trust them.
And it's a damn shame that we can't trust the police. That's Brooke Scotty.
Don't trust white people. Do you understand that, son? Wow. Okay. Could you imagine if the roles were reversed? Okay? That lady is a white lady. Talking to, I don't know, doesn't even matter. But if could you imagine if a white lady would have said that? Son, that's why you cannot trust black people. You can't trust them. You can't say that, but she can say that. You can't say that. If a white lady said that, she'd be canceled. She'd be canceled from the planet Earth. Oh, man. She brought race into it. This wasn't a racist call. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. I don't even have to say it. It's goofy. That's why I'm showing it. I guess I just like showing goofy shit. What did ABC News say about it?
An officer is being accused of harassing a black teenager. The 19-year-old was pulled over after they say he ran a stop sign.
Harassment, right? Of course it is, right? He breaks the law, cop pulls him over. That's harassment. She's white, he's black.
Elk Grove Police released that video overnight along with dash cam video from the officer's patrol car and a statement from police saying that they are going to investigate.
Investigate what? The cop did a great job. This is so stupid.
Now, this is all in response to a Facebook Live video that has now gone viral. It shows 19-year-old Tobias Eagle's interaction with a police officer all over a traffic ticket. Civil rights attorney...
All over a traffic ticket. It was the cop who escalated the situation, right, ABC?
Who represents George Floyd's family, tweeted out the video. Now, in it, Eagle's mom demands the officer hand over the traffic ticket to her son. Instead, the officer calls for backup and tells the mom that she was being violent. The family tells us the officer was aggressive and rude from the start and asked Eagle if he was on parole or probation. Eagle says he handed over his license, registration, and his insurance, and he says this was his first ever encounter with police and that he was afraid for his life.
I want to reach for my brow to wipe off the sweat, but if I did that, he would probably take that as an aggressive act, he's probably reaching for something. And that was my whole thing, so I just stood there.
Incredible. Now, police
Incredible.
say they scheduled a meeting with the family, but the family canceled because they wanted to move forward with a formal complaint process and they want that officer fired.
Incredible.
An officer is being accused.
Incredible, she says. The news anchor says, incredible. This is the shit you have to watch and believe. Incredible. They want that cop fired for doing what? She stood there and said a couple of things. That was it. That's all she did. She handled herself perfectly. I know, not all that interesting, but I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.